We're joined now by Coach King after a thrilling 52-47 overtime win over William Paterson, the NJAC opener. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having us and covering us, and it means so much to our families, and hi to everybody back home.
Of course. Now, my first question is, with low-scoring games like these, how do you generate offense, especially in that overtime period? What was the mindset going in for your team?
Well, the mindset was, we knew going in playing against a Paterson team, it's always a grind just like this. And you learn a lot about your team and the competitiveness inside of them playing them every year. And so we just knew that it was going to be difficult on the offensive side of the ball because of their defense. And so what we wanted to do was to really lock in on our defensive side of the ball, win rebounding, and then try to generate more points out in transition and off of turnovers. And we thought if we could start to do that, then we could help wear them down, because we felt like our depth would really be a factor, and I think that it was finally in the overtime.
When you talk about in that overtime period, you came out, only scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. You came out with new energy. What was your talk in the huddle?
It was a player-led huddle. It was. The girls really talked about it's a thing that we say about playing blue, and that means it's all in for each other. You're fearless. You don't make any excuses, and you just go find a way to win. And they really led the huddle at that point.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, Coach King. Stay tuned as we have Brittany Graff coming up with our next post-game interview, and then after that, the men's game at 8 p.m. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. Thank you. And we are joined now by starting point guard Brittany Game Time Graff. Brittany, thank you for joining us.
No problem, anytime.
So our first question, out of overtime, you just came out with such an intensity. Where did you find that energy?
I knew the score was close coming into it, so we kind of just needed to do what we had to do to win. And I knew I needed to knock down a big shot. Shannon hit a few. We all just worked together as a team to come out with that win.
You talk about hitting a big shot. You and I talked after the game. I'm here to say, in fact, you are a shooter. But, Brittany, it wasn't just a big shot and not just a big layup. You had a really big steal that really changed the momentum there. When did you kind of know that you had it going there?
So I'm a big believer in, defense turns into offense and how that creates offense for us. So I knew that I had to get that stop in that time. And I knew all of my teammates behind me would do the same. So.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go celebrate with your teammates. Brittany Graff, everyone.